Hey friends, this is Mrs. Wolfie from Life with the Wolfies. And the tomatoes I got at the farmer's market are in the freezer, waiting to be processed. But I have some from the garden. So I'm going to take the ripest ones and I'm going to slice them and we're going to dehydrate them. Let's get started. Alrighty. Oh, we're going to go through these and pick the best ones. The reason I'm dehydrating these is they go really good on pizza, and you can then grind them and make tomato powder. You don't want any tomatoes. Gracie, do you want a tomato? I didn't think so. All right, I bring them in as they're orange and let them ripen. This is a San Marzano tomato, obviously. I suppose I could cut it lengthwise, but I want to do it this way so that when they're dry, maybe some of the seeds will fall out. You don't want all the seeds if you can avoid them. What are you doing, Gracie? She's getting old, but her new medication is doing wonders. And she only has to have it at nighttime. Put our tray of sliced tomatoes into the dehydrator, and we're going to start working on the next one. So what I'm going to do is, as my tomatoes ripen, I'm just going to dehydrate them. Unless I get a real good glut of them, then I'll put some. I've already put some in the freezer with the ones I got from the farmer's market. So we'll get there, right? We'll have canned tomatoes. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, folks. Right? Can, dehydrate, and freeze so that if something goes wrong with one, you have other backups, right? I don't just rely on my canned goods, but I also rely on dehydrated stuff and frozen. All right. So I have 3.5 tomato slices. That's the time. Let's add more to the time. Okay, and then the temperature is at 131, which is the fruit and vegetable setting roughly. And what I'm going to do is, as my tomatoes come in from the garden like that, as they ripen, I'm going to start dehydrating. I didn't get to show you this when we were canning the beans, but this is dehydrated beans, so that I will have more than just carrots to put in our chicken and rice this winter. And we'll be back when they're all dehydrated. Okay, let's turn this off. And I had to put them back in a little bit longer. I started taking them out, but I put them back in a little bit longer just to make sure. And now I'm going to drop them all in this jar. These are wonderful. If you want to make pizza sauce, you grind some up and add water and Italian seasoning, and you make it as thick as you want, right? But I already have the bushel in the freezer, so I'd like to, you know, have another option. Now, they may feel pliable, okay? But that's because, you know, they're hot. And trust me, I'm putting them in the jar hot because once it's filled, the heat will, it will kind of vacuum seal it all on its own. So I'm going to say 3 full trays of sliced tomatoes will fit in a quart jar, depending also on the size of your tomatoes. If you're doubtful, put them back in and leave one out. And if it's crispy when it cools down, then you've done it right. And you can take the rest out of your dehydrator. But look at that. Look at that. Now, I'm going to put, these are the beans I picked. It doesn't seem like a lot, but every handful helps. And I'm not letting them go to waste because we're having carrots and potatoes tonight. So we'll put the green beans on the top. Why are we putting them on the top? Because tomatoes are juicier. And we're going to put more tomatoes in. Just because you don't have a lot coming out of the garden doesn't mean you can't preserve everything you can get your hands on. Even these little tiny tomatoes. You could do this with cherry tomatoes, cutting them in half. Tomato powder is very, very versatile. These can wait another day. And I'll put them on the bottom. Now, if you're going to do more than one thing, oh God, I missed a bean. If you're going to do more than one item, put your juiciest ones on the bottom and your driest ones on the top. There's not much here for peppers, but you know what? I will dehydrate what I can, because who knows what I'm going to find at the farmer's market. Running the dehydrator only makes sense when you have more than one tray. So that's why I'm kind of putting everything in together. And this is the way I have it. Beans on the top. Peppers are a little juicier than the beans, but not as juicy as tomatoes. And there it is. And when those tomatoes are dry, they will just push this jar down deep enough that it'll be solid full. Listen, you can't even hear any movement. And I'll be able to, you can hear the movement in the beans, I'll be able to just top this up. This is Mrs. Wolfe from Life with the Wolfe saying, even if you don't have enough of one thing to do in your dehydrator, as long as you stack them properly, you should have no problems. Just don't mix meat and veg. Take care, God bless.